Hi lovelies, my name is Jessica and welcome to Makeup Misfit. Today I have a new project for you guys. I really wasn't planning on jumping onto this. I was contemplating it when I first saw it. This project was created by Alyssa. She will be linked down below. I did think this was a really good idea. She is doing this with her eyeshadows. It is called Pan the Rainbow. So she's starting off with the red eyeshadow, moving on to an orange, going throughout the rainbow. And then yesterday, I think, I saw Julie do this as well. So she will also be linked down below. She is starting backwards and starting with purple, hoping to meet Alyssa somewhere in the middle. And I was like, you know what? I do think this is a really cool idea. And I kind of want to do this, but I didn't think that eyeshadows was going to be the way to go about this. So even though I don't like to force myself to use nail polishes, I am going to do this nail polish edition. So I had Panicure go up a couple of days ago, and you guys would have heard me talk in there about how I do not like red nail polish on me. However, I have like a red shimmer that I might use. I want to try and force myself to use something other than what I always gravitate towards. Again, I'm going to post this before Panicure moving forward so that you guys don't really see the photo before this update comes up. So I will post this probably on the 16th of each month. Panicure goes up on the 18th. And then that way I can actually talk about it before you guys see the photo in Panicure. So I will be starting off with red. I'm going to go red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then I am also going to add in pink. So hopefully this only takes me about 7 months to complete, but we're gonna have to see. I'm hoping that I can, whether it's just one nail, an accent nail, something along those lines, that I can just pull in whatever color for that month and get some use on it, because I really don't use my red nail polishes. Like I said, I did, over the last few months, and you guys heard me talk, but my red licorice nail polish was my least favorite that I had used over the span of February to March. I do have orange nail polishes, but there's only like a couple that if I even use them, I never reach for them. I do have some yellows, but again, they're not colors that I reach for. But they're sitting in my collection, and I was like, you know what, this would be a good way to use them, because even though I like to just do my nails as I feel, there are certain colors that are never going to be used, and I'm like, I have them, I might as well use them. So I thought that this was a good way to make sure that I am actually trying to reach for them. Now, I am hoping to complete the rainbow before the end of this year. And I have decided that if I am going to use, like, say I do red, orange, and yellow all in one, I don't think I'm going to count using all three of those colors, because that I kind of want to do it like by month. Maybe I'll change things as I go, but I want to just kind of like make this first month red. So as long as I reach for one red nail polish, topper, anything like that one time, then I'm good. Then I will move on to orange, but if I use red and orange together, I'm not going to count the orange. If that makes sense. If I feel like I want to, move through this quicker for whatever reason, then maybe I will combine them and, knock out a few at one time, but I can easily do that with just one nail look if I decided to put, all of the colors on all of my nails. So I don't really see the point in trying to do that. So I do kind of want to make like each month the specific color of the rainbow and then move on from there, because I do think that even though I feel like I might be trying to force myself to use like red, I think I can get a red topper and, apply it onto something and call it a day and be able to use the next color the upcoming month. So I hope that wasn't too complicated to understand. I feel like I was kind of talking in circles there, but I'm really looking forward to this because, again, like I said, I have these colors in my collection. I never reach for them, and I think that this is probably the best way to do it, because even though with Panicure, I just show you what I've used throughout the month, it's just always what I feel like putting on my nails. And at least this way I can make sure that I'm getting that use that I'm hoping to get on some of the polishes in my collection, because they are just hanging out there. I do use a lot of them more often than others, and some of them have gone down in the bottle, some of them are almost empty, and some of them have just been hanging out since I've purchased them, and I really haven't reached for them that much, so I do want to start to show the love throughout my collection just a little bit more. All right, so that is everything for this intro. Again, Alyssa and Julie will be linked down below. Go check out their intros, their videos, and that is pretty much it for now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.